All right, so let's get the 980 business out of the way. Um, 3D rendering, nothing to see. I'm going to keep this short, really short, if I can, because if I tell the whole story, I'll start laughing, and when I start laughing, it's after 7:30 p.m. I just want to, go and uh, relax, I guess. Um, right. So, do I have any of these? No. When will I have them? I don't know that. Are you gonna have them? I'm not really too sure. Maybe, maybe not. If you are going to have them, when will that be? I don't know that either. I don't have this. The 3D rendering. I'm getting the boards made. Finally. I've only been sitting on it for 8 months at least. Um, when I get them and when I whack one together and I find out what needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done, I will know more then. Um, till then, I just don't know. Um, so I'm hoping that this answers the questions from the blokes that mail me all the time, which is fine because I'm guilty of not actually showing or doing anything with this particular project. People think that this may be a dead project. It mostly is. I only intended to do what I did with it, and then once it was sort of done, it was like, okay, I've done it, and that's it. But there seems to be a overwhelming interest that has persisted for literally years about this, and I always get the same answers from different chaps out there. I don't like the Anytone because I always suggest we'll buy an Anytone. Well, I don't like it. Well, I have one and I didn't like it. All right, I have one and I really want to change it with this. That sort of stuff. Very subjective, unique to the person, sort of reasons, which you know, they're those reasons are those are the person's reasons, and if you cannot respect what someone wants for their own preference, respect someone's own preference, well, then you ought to just get stuffed because that's what they want, and it should be respected. I don't care if you want a radio in the shape of a rubber ducky. Have at it. So that's my take on that. Um, why is it called the scam edition? Well, it might order takeaway, so beware. But really, why is it called that? Some know some of the stories, some may not know the stories. But back when I was doing these initially, the story went that I'm secretly a millionaire and I spent millions having special videos with special effects done to show these boards in the radios, and I did myself and others, and it was all a scam to get money. But I spent millions to do it for a CB radio. If you shake your head, yeah, this is literally the conspiracy. That's one of them that's out there. It's one of the more extreme ones. The other ones are it's just a scam. It's just a scam. Okay, why? How is someone being scammed if they want it? They're not being scammed. They want it and they got it. And what's the scam? Well, I've had more than a few chaps send me that one. What's the scam? Oh, it just is. Okay. People believe this nutter stuff and they need our help. Um, and that's really all there is to it. Um, so that's really the story of the 980 board. Um, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to make suggestions. Um, for those of you who are interested in what's different about this, because this is different compared to the old ones. I don't know that I have photos of the old ones handy. Not here. They're on the computer, and that's in the states. And anyway, This particular incarnation has an ARM processor. The display driver is separate, and the scheme for controlling the bias voltage is a little bit different. Because the ARM processor doesn't have any built-in EEPROM, there's an external EEPROM, obviously, because you have to save settings and such. Um, and the backlights are not done with pulse width modulation, but they are done with a DAC, which is here. The rest of it is transistors, MOSFETs, resistors. Um, we got a few caps. We got a few tantalum caps. We got a few diodes and some Zeners and such, and some buttons and more LEDs and so on. And parts that don't have 3D models like the connectors. Um, there's no 3D models for those connectors. Those are just those because those are all actually custom bits. Believe it or not. Um, so and no LCD. The reason that made these sort of a pain to deal with the last time is the microphone connector and the LCD screen had to be salvaged from the board that come out of the radio because I don't have those bits. Getting the microphone connectors made because they are rather unique was well expensive. The LCDs, believe it or not, you would think that those were cheaper, more expensive. They're actually cheaper. Um, the thing that gives me pause about this is one, you can get an E-tone. Two, the LCD on the 980s is right now kind of up in the air, dodgy. Um, they seem to be there's more and more reports of them failing. I don't know how old the radios are when they die. They start having issues. Uh, there's just a lot of reasons that this is an interesting thing, but that's about all it is versus like just getting in any tone. Um, but anyway, that's pretty much all there is to this. Again, uh, comments, questions, feel free to ask. Put it in there. I'm monitoring the comments at least for the time being on these latest videos. Um, and ask away. Make suggestions. I'm always open to it. Anyways, cheers.